So, I was wondering if you'd let me take you out sometime.
Absolutely not. Here, why don't you do yourself a favor?
I'll go fuck myself. So the results are in. If you want to, ladies, you better have abs. Hybrid physiques here, fuckers.
What's going on, guys? I want to make one thing very clear. To get abs, to get shredded abs, it takes time and dedication.
So that guy who tells you can eat all you want and you can stay shredded and get abs, he's full of shit.
Yeah, I mean, you need to adjust your diet. You can do as much abs as you want. They're not gonna pop unless you lower your body fat. The exercises we're showing you help develop your abs. Shut up. The exercises we're showing you are to help develop your abdominals, so when you do lower your body fat, they will be a developed midsection.
This is actually a problem we noticed when we're doing our shows.
Absolutely.
You'd hit a side shot, and even though we were shredded, you look at everyone else's, it looked like they had damn fists popping out of the
It is a
midsection.
weakness of mine. I have underdeveloped serratus as well as front abdominals in general. So when I'm hitting like an ab and thigh pose, I'm shredded and lean and you can see my abs, but I don't have that depth in those valleys.
From the front, we would look the same as the other guys, but the second you turn sideways, their abs were clearly sticking out more. Their abs looked larger, and you would just sort of get a hint of ours. So you do want to do abs, even though nutrition will help you show your abs. Actually working them is really going to make them big.
Definitely. You do want to develop your midsection.
So, check out the footage. Now for leg raises, some people like to use the pads with the back support. I like to do hanging leg raises. It forces you to stabilize your core a little bit more rather than just raising your legs and that's it. You end up using everything.
It's good for those tricky lower abdominals too, right?
Oh yeah. So I'm going to reach up here, start hanging, stabilize. You don't want to swing, and just raise them up. And bring them down slow so you don't swing. If your legs are bent a little bit, it's no big deal. They don't have to be straight out. But I like to keep them as straight as possible for as long as I can. Now this movement here is going to be a little bit more advanced. It's called the windshield wiper. You're going to target your obliques and you're going to get a nice deep burn. It's up to preference. You could reach out on these handles. Me personally, I like to grab right here. So you're going to start from the hanging position. You're going to bring these legs right up there and twist.
I have a straight asshole shot in that. Straight cornhole in that shot.
Not only does it hit your obliques, but just from holding your legs up, you target all your abs here. I had a nice tight pinch right across the center of my abs, but my obliques are burning right now. It doesn't take much. You don't got to go for a while because it's so strenuous, but it really tears them up. Don't go losing your phone. So we're starting off with some rope crunches. I like to go on this thing, you get a little bit more support.
By this thing you mean the lat pull down machine?
Well, the pad, I like to sit against it. Get some support on my lower back. Toss those legs out in front of you. Pull this down, rip it, and just crunch. It's not a far movement. You want to pretend you're trying to pull your chest right to your hip. Breathe out very deeply as you come down. Now while you're doing these, you don't want to have your arms up here or even here because you're going to end up doing a lot of pulling with your arms. From the start position, pull them straight down to about your shoulders and then go from there.
So they're almost like little claws, right? They're just hooked in.
Yeah, you're going to have these little T-Rex arms up in here, holding the ropes. Now breathe out very deeply. The harder you breathe out, the more you're going to contract your abs. I've been recording this whole time. You look like an idiot.
For me, because I think it's because I'm a little shorter, I can't get comfortable in that pad like Justin does. So I'll kneel right in front of this and rest my ass pad here, and it stabilizes myself a little bit. Leave those little T-Rex arms going, and crunch down. And as Justin said before, breathing is very important, so I'm breathing out and crunching. It doesn't look like there's a big range of motion. However, when you're doing this exercise, if you have your breathing correct, you have a full contraction across your abdominals. Also, weight. You don't need that much weight. If you're looking, I'm using 40 pounds. The object on abs, we should be doing a rep range of anywhere from 20 to 25. What do you do, Justin?
I go about anywhere from 15 to 25.
See, he does right around the same range I do. So if you want to use heavier weight because you feel a deeper contraction, just make sure that your rep range is still in the 20 to 25 rep range. Because if we're doing low weight, your abs are a muscle, just like everything else. And if you're doing some side bends or even doing this motion, you're gonna start building those abs outwards, which is counterproductive. It makes the body less aesthetic. So keep that rep range high, get a nice deep burn, and don't forget your breathing. So what we're gonna be doing is the ab feel. Start off on your knees, extend all the way through, and while I'm doing this movement, I keep my core contracted the entire time, so I'm not loose going into it. I have a nice tight contraction, I'm breathing out. Come through, extend, and come back up. At the top, I'm still contracted, not relaxing at any point in this movement. To make it a little more advanced and to work your obliques as well, I'll start moving this wheel on a little bit of an angle. So if my cameraman moves to the center here, my track will be one forward. The next one, I start coming out a little bit. And then the other way. While I'm doing this motion, say we're going to the left here, I'm squeezing my left oblique, but because my right hand is farther, has a much larger extension, it's actually stretching. So when I'm coming through, look at the right side of my body is really extended all the way through. And then it's vice versa on the other side. So when we're coming through here, we're contracting my right side, and my left oblique is getting a big stretch all the way through. And I'll do probably 10 to 15 sets of 3 cycles. So forward, side is 1. And I'll do that 15 times.
See the hunch in his back? He kind of looks like an angry cat.
Like this.
Or,
I'm contracted.
or a humping dog or angry cat. Just keep that.
Dog on another dog. On an ab wheel.
Now we're going to talk about some side bends. As you can see, I got my 2 25-pound plates in my hands. If you see someone in the gym in this position, you go roundhouse them in the snout. You want to drop one weight. With the 2 weights in there, it sort of counterbalances the other one. So realistically, it's almost like you're holding no weight at all. So hold one on one side. I like to throw my hand on my hip so I can feel the contraction, blow out, and bend. And I like to hold it for a little bit and try and squeeze even tighter. Get a nice tight squeeze.
What's the number one error you see when you see people doing this exercise?
A lot of swinging. You don't want to just a nice tight, it's almost like a little hunch. You don't want to be bending like that, bending at your hip, bend right at your waist.
And another issue is the rep ranges, right?
Yes, I go really high with these. I didn't do it right there because I'm just giving you an example, but around 30, and if I could hit that and not feel burned, then I'll up my weight a little bit.
Why aren't we doing reps of like 8 though?
I want to keep a nice tight waist. I don't want my waist to expand outwards. I want to tone it up, shrink it, bring it in, have that real weird aesthetic look.
So lower rep ranges is going to build the waist out, correct?
Yeah, I like to get that burn. Even though when I work out other muscles, I do a high rep range and I grow. It's just with the waist, I don't really want to push it.
And you're ugly as fuck.
I look fucking good, so I know you're lying.
So that was the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the exercises. If you have any questions, please ask us in comment below. We'll tell them what's up.
If you like the video, share it, like it.
Ninja Chop! Subscribe!
Hybrid Physiques.
Ow!